Welcome to Joyce-Collingwood. It's a busy street whichever way you look. Buses and cars make their way through the roads and people march along the sidewalks rushing to their destinations. Restaurants stand at each corner of the intersection while small businesses squeeze in between. People peel out of buildings, pigeons crowd along the wires, and bikes cluster around a pole. This is a home away from home for many Filipinos. Joyce-Collingwood Station is located on what was once known to settlers as Moody Lake, home to ducks, beavers, and fish that no longer make their home here. Settling on the unceded lands of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh nations, European settlers arrived at this neighborhood in the 1890s and established the same roads and city blocks that you now see before you. Land was cheap. It attracted many ranchers who raised chickens and grew orchards alongside others who took Canada's first interurban line into the city. The town was known as the Municipal District of South Vancouver before formally becoming part of Vancouver in 1929. Today, as part of the larger Renfrew-Collingwood neighborhood, Joyce-Collingwood is one of Vancouver's most diverse areas of residence, with a large immigrant and racialized population. Joyce-Collingwood is where many Filipino immigrants decided to settle due to the affordable housing, food, religious access, and accessible transit routes. Although Filipinos are not the ethnic majority in this neighborhood, you might notice the presence of Filipino businesses and restaurants, see a few Tagalog words plastered on nearby storefronts, perhaps even smell a hint of sisig in the air. Joyce-Collingwood has become a cornerstone for Filipino Canadians to navigate their identity and culture in Vancouver, a place to gather and connect with other Filipinos, remember their home in the Philippines, or learn about the Philippines for those who have not been. Within Kuwentong Pamamahay, multiple interviewees spoke of the Joyce-Collingwood neighborhood and its restaurants, community centers, and Filipino-owned businesses as a site of cultural connection and heritage. In one interview, Claire Baguio mentions how everything in Joyce-Collingwood was connected to multiple Filipino communities, allowing for constant transmission and community growth. Jotham Villanueva dubs it in, quote, most Filipino town area, unquote, in Vancouver. And Derek Gonzalez mentions the accessibility of the neighborhood via the Joyce-Collingwood SkyTrain station. In many ways, Joyce-Collingwood acts as a site of communication between Vancouver, the Philippines, and many other cultures, countries, neighborhoods, and identities. As you continue on your tour, we ask you to note the different languages, flags, foods, and businesses that crowd the sidewalks before you. Although this tour cannot stop at every business on Joyce Street, we encourage you to do some exploration of your own. But, for now, to reach your next stop on this tour, Collingwood Neighborhood House, walk 2 blocks down the left-hand side of Joyce Street, away from the SkyTrain entrance. Once you reach your destination, play Audio 3, Collingwood Neighborhood House.